of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varnai Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
The major community which causes us some problems is the black community. What we are doing is, Reuven asked me to focus on that, is basically it starts with engagement. We are not too big of a consulate, but we are very strong. Engagement means I had last week a dinner, sit-down dinner at my house for 40 people, which are considered the leadership of the black community. And they were coming from lots of walks of lives, academic, politics, police, airport, mayor's office, many very important people. I don't suggest that they are the people who can go to the Black Lives Matters or they are the Black Lives Matters, but they can approach those people. They can be part of our doing and activities. We meet with lots of legislatures, in local legislatures, mainly black, who can have some suggestions of what to do and how to do. They are in close touch with that community. We are working the universities. We have 2 black universities, one for men, males, and one female, the Morehouse and Spelman. It's not easy to get there and to get a speech or whatever, but we manage with the directors and with the students as well. And the last, which is not too much yet developed by me, is the whole question of black churches, which should be actually our basic perception of how to get to the lower levels.
Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, if you give me the spirit to do this lesson. In this lesson, I'm going into, do you remember what this Jewish woman said? Do you remember what this woman said? Okay, because right now, it's speaking volumes right now. Okay, the time we're in. Okay, because it all connects to right now and what we are seeing. Okay, the cover up. The cover of we need to stop crime in this city and that city and this city. But then you going after Jake. They don't give a damn about Jake committing crime on Jake. These are the same people that run Hollywood. These are the same people that run the music industry, okay, that pushes Jake to talk about these things, killing each other, committing adultery, all kinds of wickedness. So they could care less about the morals, all right, of our people, let alone the young black people in the United States. Okay, they could care less. All right, let's make that clear. Now in the videos that I put before this, you see that she said what? The young community, the young African American black community, which she's talking about, the Israelites. Okay, the young Israelites that believe that they are the real Jews, the Hebrew Israelites, and that they are the fake Jews. She's talking about them. Okay, that's all she's talking about here when she says major problem. Now, her name is Judith Barnea Sha'ir. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. Judith Barnea Sha'ir. Okay, and she's worked for the Israeli government for 40 years. Okay, 40 years. All right. And another note is that her parents were so-called survivors of the Holocaust. Okay, they were survivors of the Holocaust. Okay, so you know she has it deep embedded in her soul that they are the people. Okay, and we should bow down to them. My parents survived the Holocaust. You know she on that spirit. Okay, so being a part of that government for 40 years, all right, that government made her a consultant to go to Babylon, the United States, and go to Atlanta, which that video was in Atlanta, that private meeting, okay, to convince what? To convince us, the young black community, to get certain people, she said 40, okay, leaders of our community. I'm sure they were mixed up with politicians and celebrities, I'm sure, okay, and they had dinner at her house. Think about that. Why would she let these niggas at her house to have dinner? What were they talking about? They were talking about the major problem of the Hebrew Israelites and how it is affecting the world in perception. This gospel is from the heavens. It's not from us. We teach it, but we didn't make up the doctrine, man. We didn't come up with it. It was created by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? So it's powerful because it's from the heavens. So you know it's going to shake things up. That's why it says the gospel shall go what? Throughout the four corners of the earth, and then shall the end come. It is very, very powerful. Now, let's go to major, because she mentioned it being a major problem. Okay? Real quick, let's go to major in the Google definition. It says important, serious, significant. Okay? Very important and serious. Why is it serious? Because that skirt is being lifted on Esau, man. Okay, and the whole world is finding out the truth. Even the heathens, the other heathens. Like I said in my last lesson, they're not going to admit that we are the people. Okay, but they don't mind calling them out on being the people. You see? But they'll never admit that we are the people, man. Okay, because we've been brought so low. They like, hell no, it ain't y'all. It ain't y'all niggas. They've been puffed up for too long. Coming from their country to the United States to Babylon to look at us and shake their head and say they better than us. Okay. Getting stores in our communities and ghetto communities. Okay. Puffed up. All right. So they don't mind asking them. Okay. And calling them out, but they'll never admit that we are the people. Okay. Just want to make that point. Okay. But you see, she's saying it's a major problem. And you know it is for her to let 40 niggas, okay? They still niggas to them now. They just need their help. To let 40 niggas in her house to have a dinner about how we are the problem. And you also heard her say that we need to deal with the base, okay? The main thing is what? To go into them churches. She mentioned that. Okay, to go into those churches to do what? To convince them that we are the people. To convince them, okay, if they don't bless us, they won't be blessed. Okay, you see what's going on here? Okay, and they're saying that because they know damn well. And you know those average black pastors are doing the same. Talking shit. They've been talking shit for years. Okay, so really they coming together because guess what? Those church leaders get paid. They get paid to lie. It's a business, man. It's a huge McDonald's. Okay, so it benefits both of them to get the black community to come back to the church, okay, in numbers, the young black community, okay, and then also teach them some more lies and push more of how the Hebrew Israelites are lying and that these Edomites are not Edomites, but they are in fact the real Jews, the Jewish, and we should acknowledge it. It's all a part of the plan. All right. So do you see what teaching the word sincerely is doing? It's changing the world. Okay, let's go back to Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Okay. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And the main heathen is talking about is Esau. Okay, the fake Jews, the Jewish. Okay, verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and against his anointed. Right, against his servants, the prophets. So they know this is the Lord, man. They spend all kinds of money, okay, and effort to keep this information away from us. But the Lord had different plans. Okay, he rose the prophets. Those bones came back together and start teaching. And they were like, oh, shit. Okay, see, I was around the time, okay, when it started getting really, really on fire around 2007, 2008, early 2009. Around those couple years right there, where this truth really start taking off, okay, and start getting on YouTube, and they were taking down channels left and right. We have to keep making other channels and putting other channels up and making 3 backup channels, and they were consistently taking them down. Okay, I mean at full speed, man. They were trying to stop this at the beginning. I remember. Okay. So it says, against the Lord and against his anointed, which showing they know the Lord exists and they know the prophets exist. Okay, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Let's destroy them. Let's confuse them. Let's stop this. And that's what you're seeing right now in real time. That's what you're seeing with the whole Trump and, we got to stop crime. No, it's a cover to come against the Israelites. Okay, an insurrection against the Israelites, like you read in 2nd Esdras chapter 16. Verse 4, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Right, man, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is laughing, man. They're still in control, man. Okay, they're laughing because it's not going to work. Okay, the Lord shall have them in derision. The things that the Lord is going to do to show them that they're not going to win is going to be amazing to see and witness and be a part of. The power that he's going to give, the more power, because we already got power. Okay, but the Lord is going to give his man more power to glorify him on the earth. Okay, they're going to be in straight panic mode beyond what we're seeing now. We ain't seen nothing yet. Verse 5, then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Right. Okay. That's standard. Let's go here. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. Right. Yahweh, the Most High, the Father, and Yahushua the Son. And his glory from the rising of the sun from the east. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, which they're planning now. Okay. Because they're going to come with who? With troops. Okay, so all you people saying, this ain't Jacob's trouble, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Listen, man, it is not the end of Jacob's trouble. We're at the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Okay, and the scriptures don't tell us how long Jacob's trouble is going to last. It don't say if it's going to last for a month, 2 weeks, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It don't say. But we are at the beginning of Jacob's trouble. Okay, now we've been right this whole time for years. Okay, we prophesied all of this. You can fact check everything. You can go back to videos all the way back to 2007. You can fact check everything. Okay? You can go back to videos all the way back to 2007. Prophesying these things. So you mean to tell me we was right from the apostles on down? We was right this whole time. But now that we telling you that we're in Jacob's trouble, we're not right? Well, good luck with that. Keep that same energy when the troops knock on your door. Keep that same energy where ain't no more food, everything is shut down, ain't no more money, ain't no more jobs. You already see that slipping. Keep that same energy when they tell you you got to take a chip to eat, okay, to be a part of society. Keep that same energy when they pick you up. Good luck with that, okay? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Right. Have them in derision. Okay. That's going to be something else. So let him come. Come on. We've been waiting for this for years, man. Come on, man. We tired of this world, man. Come on. Let's go. We don't give a shit no more about this place. Okay. We are at the end of the end, man. That's a fact. Okay. So you see, now I'm going to have a video at the end here of Netanyahu talking about the social media war, man. It's all connected. Remember, she worked for them for 40 years. Okay, she didn't come up with being a consultant to go to Babylon, okay, to go to Atlanta and also North Carolina, South Carolina, other places she was going to be a consultant, okay, to deal with the young black community's minds. It's all about the spirit. It's all about the minds. It's all about controlling the minds. They did it through slavery, beating us. What's your name, boy? All right. We couldn't read. We couldn't speak our language. It's all about the mind, controlling the mind. Okay. And now that they can't control the mind no more, they got to get physical. But the Lord is going to lift up a standard against them. Okay. So think about that, man. All right. So we're at the end, man. We are at the end, man. Okay. And as the prophets and the servants of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we're going to continue to teach and continue to tell you this, because guess what? Eventually, we will not be teaching anymore. It's getting very close to that. Seek the Lord while he may be found, and you only can seek him through listening to the servants, the prophets, period. We got the mysteries to teach you. Okay? So with that, I hope you're edified. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, Akim, after that's doing the truth in all sincerity. Shalom.
Christian influencers. Okay. You said, we talked about the woke right, and you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke Reich, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're Louis. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community. They're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay? And you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is followers. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through, because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important?
X.
X.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight. Okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpoint? Yes.